You are, you have left each other behind somehow. You're talking about, oh, maybe you even have, maybe your company has an event and you have to go with your spouse. In that place, your spouse is already feeling small. He or she is already feeling small that, I don't belong here. We have to all those kind of things. Grow together. It's something that brought you together. But maybe somehow one has an opportunity to do more than the other, but you can help each other and be at least on similar level. I'm telling you the fact though, these are the things that even spirituality might not help you. Even the fact that you are Christians might not help you. When you have allowed gap, one person is a PhD holder, the other person is ND or SAT or something. No, grow together. There is, whether as a man or as a girl, there is no limit, there is no time that you now say, because we have five children, so actually let's say 5 children, yes, of my parents, and it was after my mom had me that she went for her master's. No master said BSc. What's master? BSc. She was, how they do it those days, you have NC, you have grade 1, grade 2 teacher, she was all of those ones. It was after she had me the last born, I think I was 3, that she went, we're living in London, she went to ABU Zaria, and she got her BSc. I was already in primary 6. She came to UI and got her MSc. So there's for each other, these things are the things that cause, some of the things that cause issue in marriage. That is the truth. So from courtship, until growth pattern, what do you want to do with your life? As the guy, encourage the girl. Don't say that I'm the man. There will be a time that if your wife cannot meet up with your level, you will find out that you discuss not with your colleagues at work. Because they are set, and you come home, your wife, she can't sustain a conversation. You are talking about US election. She say, election. She can't hold. You don't know what's happening. She can't package. She can't do all of those things. You find out that these things lead to adultery because you find out that there's this maybe in office talk from talking. Something else can enter. My husband was sharing a story about their place, and when I was discussing it with someone, the person was not giving his real that this might be the issue. And you see that this Baba left his family for this woman. Do you know what's the background of that? His wife. Everything is not only jazz. So, it's easy to just say it's jazz that the woman used to drag the man, the professor, away from his family to herself. It might not be, it might be jazz, it might not be jazz. But if the woman at home, they don't even have anything to talk about again. Then Shetty old school. Nothing else, no conversation, nothing. You can't sustain, you can't talk about anything. And there's one person in the office that what you ask office say, hey, but you say, paper to I submitted a journal in the clinical, okay, let me help you. And they are flowing professionally. It's just a matter of time. So please don't leave each other behind. I think I'm going to stop here. The Lord bless us in Jesus' name. Amen. Get exposed to similar things. Get exposed to similar things. This thing is going to be a blessing to you. Get your partner. If you are not yet married, of course. Get him or her exposed to such things too, so that you will be on the same page. You'll be on the same page. God bless us. So let's have the questions.
Let me celebrate my wife. Alright, so we'll take questions now, and then we'll
you can write down the questions. You don't need to write your name, just the question. So we will pass the basket around and pick questions. So
and if you would like to collect the microphone and ask, we love that. The right to do that. We go.
The writers are both as live.
Just indicate that. Thank you. Mike.
Praise God, everyone. Praise God.
Hallelujah.
So the question I want to ask, because I just want to have an in-depth about, okay, you talked about marriage and when I was watching that we should stay away from them. Okay, now I want to ask a simple question. That for example, now maybe a married man, that are you trying to tell us that as a single person like me, that we should not be married when as a friend? For example, now you might have a married man, that person might just be like, or the person might not be your mentor, might just be like this, that just watching over you, just a friend, not having anything together. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Not having the person might just like, maybe, are you okay? Are you doing anything? Are you doing anything? That's what I'm just want to example. When you're not trying to watch clothes, then you start feeling to be married now. So I want to get what you're trying to say.
That's exactly. You don't have married man watching over you. Are you what the wife? The wife also watching. Are you friends with the wife?
Please, no, let's.
No, I'm not accusing. I just want to know. Are you friends with the wife?
No, ma'am.
So no. It's hard, Abby.
I say,
No, I just want to get. I want to ask. You think it's too hard? That stand is too hard. You think it's too hard?
I don't feel that.
Since you don't have anything in mind, since it is normal, no, it's not normal. As long as the wife is not involved. Are we together? Did you get the answer to my question? She was asking that, is it now about to have a married man as a friend? That he's just, there's nothing there, the man is just checking on, watching over. And I asked a salient question that, is the man's wife involved in that relationship? And the answer is no. So definitely no. No. Because I tell you, it's just a matter of time. Corruption will enter that relationship. It's just a matter of time. There is something we operate, even as married couple. His friends are like, if there is anybody that wants to get close to me and he's not ready to get close to me, but they get close to me. That's just the truth. In fact, there was a case we had. The person took the two of us as friends initially. So later, and you'll be chatting my husband, this thing, she cannot sleep, this one, this thing is, in fact, nobody chat, my husband should delete the chat because it's a private chat, it's a clinical, very bad thing. So, the truth of the matter is, we make it a written rule. It's not written, but a rule with us that his friends, if I go to his workplace, if I go to his colleagues, his female colleagues, they are my friends. During December, I did one package, I sent it to all of them. I said, for taking care of my husband, and I sent Christmas gifts to them. You know, you can't have people who your spouse cannot, especially their opposite gender. So for that kind of relationship, please cut it off. You have other people, or if you want to be safer, make sure his wife is involved. In fact, be closer to the wife, because that's the way it can be safe.
Let's see. Another thing that will likely happen is this. Sometimes some men don't get enough attention that they need at all. So all these, how are you okay, are you fine? It's like what is not getting at home, you want to get it there. And I really want to thank you for asking that question. You are asking a question on the answer of a lot of people. You may have a very sincere mind, but for him, it's like yes, maybe a sincere mind. But in the long run, instead of him to focus on that girl, that woman at home, and build their emotional connection well, once he can find an emotional release in anybody, he just focuses on that and then he continues. And that thing cascades over time. When I say cascade, I mean it starts. Like, oh, how are you fine? Are you good? Then the next thing, what can you share? Let me, and then you just see, okay, just, before you know it, emotional connection, and it will end in touching, it will end in sex. It's just a matter of time, really. So, the best way to be about it is relate with the wife and the man. So if the man is trying to separate you from that withdraw and wrong. And sometimes I've heard that married men are more caring. They are more caring, yes. They are more caring than all these boys. All these boys. Why is it that we have boys sitting on this side? Sometimes they will not even remember to say how I enjoy everything. But married men, how are you? You're looking stressed. They pick your issue fast. But do enjoy it because somebody at home may be causing you. I'm telling you, I'm ashamed with gratitude and God will honor that cause, whether you like it or not. So please, I think we have a question there. If you want to send written, please go ahead.
So, good afternoon. 4 days ago, after we were discussing something, me and my friends, and two of them stand with the fact that cheating is a mistake. And I said it's a mistake, it's a choice. So now I want to know, is cheating a mistake or is it a choice?
Cheating is a choice mistake. Or a mistaken choice. Really, see, many times a lot of cheating starts harmless. They are just normal relations. They are just, I just care for this person, and they don't set out with that. I'm going to mess up this girl, let me just cheat. Many times, for correct guys and ladies, even Christians, so you get some unbelievers, they go all out to cheat. But we know that's their culture. But for us, when you see cheating in Christendom, it does not start out as I'm going to cheat. Who will I cheat with? No, it just start with small, how are you? How are you doing? Oh, you are looking tired, you are looking. And speaking of the love language of the other person. So the person is feeling loved. The person is feeling, out of all the world, that the world looks like against me, I have somebody, and then before you know it, they begin to talk with each other and they begin to spend time talking. Now, for somebody who is sensitive, you will know that once we begin to talk, there is emotional connection. Now, you start remembering now. Now, even you start longing to spend time with this person, already cheating, the pathway to cheating has opened up. It's just a matter of time. So for somebody who is sensitive, we can quickly cut it at that point. Cut it at that point and just go separate ways. Because if you don't do that, now it becomes, it's no longer a mistake, but a choice. Because eventually it begins to go downward, down that road, until both parties are comfortable in each other's company, and then they start with hug. Before you know it, touching, before you know it, just one peg, I just peg, and before you know it, that peg will go into front pegging, can't stop. Because once it comes to the issue of sex, once you start, it takes God to pull such a person out of that. So, it is a choice, while it's a mistake, it may be a mistake, they just finish and then they realize, I didn't know. It started out very quietly and soft. So, whether it's a mistake or a choice, it's still a wrong thing. Once you identify that, cut off immediately, because they don't always end well. Please ask your question.
So, because that means that at some point, cheating will not come frontally and say, this is an opportunity to cheat. That means one has to identify it and avoid. There's someone I know, he said, avoidance, I don't trust. He's a Christian, I said, I don't use prayer, I use avoidance. Where anything that I know can put me in such situation, I avoid such situations. So you make the choice before the opportunity presents itself. Make a choice that no, I will not put myself in that situation.
Please go ahead.
I said
that close to two of them. So I want to like, when I was in school, there's this my music director. I was like, he wants to like, sister, musically, I'm very good. So he wants to like put me through. So along the line, beside of it, so I became close to like the whole family. So I go to their house so many times. His wife, him and his wife will always be around anytime I go there. So there was a day he now messaged me that he wants to see me. I even thought maybe there was an issue at home. Maybe his wife was around, so he was like, I should call. So there was something was telling me not to go, and that thing was telling me to go. So I was like, okay, can we meet outside, like somewhere where we can sit down and talk? So he came out, so we talked, and he was like, he does not know what he would tell me, or he does not want, like he just wants to be a conversation between me and him. But he knows I'm very close to his wife. I'm very open. I tell her a lot of things about myself, and she gives me advice a lot. So and when he said it, I was surprised. I didn't even see God. So there was this distance. I kept distance. The whole family. So the wife now like observed. She now called me like, did she do anything wrong? I've not been coming. And I said, no, I've been busy preparing for exams. Said no, even if I'm preparing for exams, I'll always come around. Something is wrong. Well, I really didn't want to like tell her. Not until one day she invited me to her office. She now told me that she has watched me and she noticed that I don't even talk to her husband anymore. So I now told her that it's not that I'm just busy. She now said it's a lie, like I didn't do anything. And I told her, I don't think I was wrong. So I told her, and she was like, okay, thank God I'm telling her that it's not my fault. She's not blaming me. I didn't do it. I'm me telling her it's the right thing. But there was this serious fight between the two of them. I had to tell my mom that obviously that I broke somebody's marriage. So my mom was like, I should come back, I didn't do it, I did the right thing. Don't people tell me I did the right thing. I'm feeling like, no, I did the wrong thing because people, they are always like having this beef, like serious beef every time. Like, it was for like a very long time, they had serious issues. It was when my pastor now like sat the two of them down to like talk to them. That was the thing also.
Well, I want to say that if it had not even been you, thank God it was you that, thank God it was you that the man, that it happened to with the man. Because if there had been someone else who would have perhaps agreed to his proposal, it would have even been worse than that. So on your own part, I can't say you've done something wrong. The problem is the issue, there's something wrong. Even if it's not you, it could have been someone else. Like, so the issue is with the man or their marriage at that point in time, not exactly. If it's someone else that was close to them, might not be you, he might still make an advance to that. And that might not even have been the first time. You understand? So you still did well in being close to the wife was your own safety, was your own safeness. That's the thing with girls. You need, see, one thing is that, especially when you get to maybe your pastors, your mentors, your clinical, there's this mentality that ladies have that, he's the man is the man of God, he's the great. Hey, it's for your safety to get his wife to be friends with this. If you don't want to be friends with her by force. That's the only way it can help you. That's what saves you.
She does not like you, please move away fast. If she does not like you, or she does not agree, she does not flow with you, please run. Because another thing is, it's a seed. If you are not careful, you are sowing a seed for your future. The devil will raise somebody who will do the same thing for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So if she does not like you, please get that as a message and get out. Don't enter into any uncomfortable relationship without So what you did is okay, don't blame yourself. In fact, the woman put you, see, she suspected,
She would have even known.
she knew,
She knew.
but she just wanted a confirmation. Sometimes some women know things, but they just want a confirmation. She could have been stopped. How did she study and how did she know that you are not greeting the husband? I mean, how will you know if we have been taking over Shewele? Me, the king one in the service. I mean, that means she has been studying. Maybe don't share that something is going on. And most likely that was not the first issue. There have been trends. So when she saw that, she don't share the deal. Customer. So it's just a matter of where the customer. So it goes there. And all this way I said she knew that you are just trying to avoid it. So, but many times I say this for to avoid issues and messy situations, just run. Just once you see that things are not aligning properly, please run. And I want to beg sisters here, especially single sisters, you cannot love your pastor and dislike his wife. A lot of times you like the pastor, but you dislike the wife, you are causing trouble for them, and you're also causing trouble for yourself. And you are also putting the pastor in a precarious situation. Because many times he will not have to, I mean, you get me, sir. I am sitting with a single lady and you are talking to me. And then I say, I must offend anybody. You are telling me not to tell my wife. You understand? So, but for some pastors, it's just like, oh, I should not tell my wife. And now he keeps it to his mind. So, the way I only philo at the internet discuss them. Are you philo? Only philo at the internet just kill it so. And then, now, you have put him in a precarious situation. So, please, love your pastor, love his wife. And if you can discuss things, there are things you should not even discuss with your pastor. Discuss them with his wife. You cannot go to your pastor and say, sir, I feel like having sex. I'm feeling like killing. That is not for his ears to hear because you are putting him in trouble.
You can take your snacks, right? There's another question there. There's another point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So,
Please
add
the
your
first session too. Pastor is here.
Yes, also questions from the first. She's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Any other question outside of this? Okay, so 7.
Good afternoon. So, my question is, okay, what is leading you to this very person as a guy or as a lady? But this person is like weapon fashion against you, like, okay, you see that, we've noticed this trend, mostly, guys, you don't dress nice, or hair is bushy, you wear deodorant, you're just dirty, and you don't iron your shirt, and what is leading you to this sister that everywhere is, whenever she enters, she's just this, like she's clean, she's done this, she smells nice, and you, even your face self, you don't cream, and you are saying God is leading you to this person, even though you know God is leading you to her, and God is telling her, she'll be thinking one side that, hope I'm not hearing the wrong thing, please, how can we balance that?
Okay, I said when I started that coach are coming. But you know, that's one of the reasons why for this kind of gathering. Like me, it was when I was 24, I got to know that you can shake this place. In fact, it was a message, you know, I'm not ashamed to tell you of my, it was a message I was hearing that many of you guys, boys, you don't shave your kidney. In fact, that day, maybe I finished the message. I now thought I can use blades. Okay? It was blade I used. You know, I got wounded little by little before I now know I can use shaving stick. You know? So, some of the things we can do like I said earlier, is that in Koshi, one of the things I did when we started was I buy books for my wife. There are some messages I say, let us listen together. Conferences like this, let's go together. She, Woli, the CAC background. Me, I'm marrying Rasimi. Do you get it? You know, we have been taught here in a way. And so, but I can't just, like I said, you can't change anybody, but when they come, they get exposed. We read books together. I would say, let us read this book together. Let us discuss. Yeah. Since you know, God led, you have confirmed in a way that you are meant to be together. And once there are some fundamentals, there are some that are non-negotiable. There are some things that are fundamentals, but you can know that this thing can change in a way by buying books, by going to conferences, by listening to messages together. You know, you just say, oh, I had this message and it blessed me, can't you hear it? Something like that. That's what I can say. But you can't say God did not lead me. Are you God?
You want to still talk? Okay.
Not concerning what you said.
Okay. Go ahead. I hope you are okay, but what's the issue? That the brothers should work on themselves.
Yes.
Simply, like, they are just not adding up.
Yes. That's why, you know, for a lot of times, I don't know if you are saying before or after pictures, because over time, the person who is willing, there are some things they can change. But a bad person might not be able to change some would you prefer someone who is an abuser or can deck up, can wear suit, can wear the cologne, or is an abusive person, is a narcissist, and someone that has a sincere mind, God-fearing and good, but is a how to put himself together like that. You know, that other one can be taught. The externals can be taught, but the person that someone is, that one might not be, you might not be able to change it. But the externals of okay, let's go shopping together. Yeah, bring money, let's go and buy you stuff. See, those ones can be worked upon. That someone is good externally, but is a beast within. That beast might not be able to work on you. So just see it as you might not the person might not add up. The person might not add up when coming. But is the person winning? He's not winning again. Some people think that they are right.
Don't say hello. One of the things I wanted to say before is, you know, like I said, you must prepare yourself when you are going to be married. You see, don't generalize things. Those are some people. You know, like we've asked people like this. Some men, you are not going to marry some men. You are going to marry a man. Do you get it? Some women, you are not going to marry some women. Don't say some as one comes to you, or it's just an imaginary one, or because you just have to put things in the balance in a way. Like we said, somebody like my friend, he knows him. When we're in school, we wear bedroom slippers to lecture room. Doesn't care where he came from. But in the process of time, mingling with brethren, saw how they are dressing, then he also began to change. He can dress well now, Brother Lalu. Yes, he can dress well now. But when we started, bedroom slippers, okay. You can learn it here. Bedroom slippers, done up. You know. So there are some things that can be worked upon, like she said. She's willing, like I said, buy books. Yeah. I bought books a lot. Let's listen to this message. Let's go to this conference. And then we have a mentor that we go to, that we have submitted to, you know, and they put us on some things. Yes, in fact, it wasn't the church during the council they taught me how to do so. I read book, and they also, my mentor told me how to go about things. Even though the first night did not last more than 1.5 minutes or 1 minute, because I don't even know how to do it. Yeah, so, but if this person is willing, in the process of counseling, there are some things, you know, you can tell the person you are responsible to, you submitted to, really want to take care and back in it by little like that.
Okay. So what I would say is, concerning what you said for someone with a cooking, what I would say is that had one issue in church, that issue in church is a brother, like not just ordinary brother, is also working in church. And this kind of brother is someone that they look for. This church that I attend Christ Embassy, and then for you to be a Christ Embassy, you attend this prep class, you do functional school, and this brother will be people that they know that teach you, you get what I'm trying to. Most times when just have paternity, I'm a social person, I get to talk to most people that I know that I can swim with. And this person that when we are going for after, we show a lot that I did available, see, we want to back to our reject. Now, brother will sit with me. And his wife too, I know how well we do talk, but not all the time, but once she sees me, she like ask her, we have an share meeting. So on this case today, I noticed that he does not have my number. Maybe because, I don't know, he does not have my number, because I heard that she was a person, a Marian church, talk. So on this Wednesday, he has my number, so we started talking. If I don't come to church, he said, this program we did in church, when you do program, you stream it to me on my life. So you get the point that I told you, but you don't send this thing to me again. I don't have space on my phone. So later, time goes on. So you get to start telling me that, start with me, send me your sensitive picture. I'm like, but I send the sticker thing, but maybe I want to send it. So that's me, I'm a blunt person, I'll just say it straight up. So later, I feel that it did not change. Started telling something like that, I like it, you well, you have the wife, you see more. So later, so now goes the point that all the things they have been telling me, it was not even small again. So it told me to say that if I know I agree to him, he will do a lot of things. And I was even telling that they are working in church. I can even go and tell pastor myself. I don't need any witness. Me myself, I'm a witness by myself. And anything I say, I'll have people in church that they know that I don't lie. I don't have anything for me to lie. So it goes to the point that I cannot go to church. But if I go to church, if you see me in church, you get what I'm trying to say. No, I'm just trying to say what I'm trying to say that. So it goes to the point that I don't go to church for like 2 months. I'll be at home, I'm streaming online. And that's not my own view. You know, church, you get what I'm trying to say. We go from a brother. And it's not even my spec, he's a married man for crying out loud. You get what I'm trying to say, man. And it's a, like what is that? People that they watch you from your childhood till you grow up. You get what I'm, and if you want me to bury your home, full option. I'm serious, full option. So I don't know, what can I do? That kind of person. And even last Sunday, it gets the point that last Sunday that the man was telling that, we are fine now. I'm going to have to go and do what? You get what I'm trying to